All right, yo, man, Bootleg Kev podcast. Extremely honored to be joined by the homie Benny the Butcher and his crew. Now, I'm gonna let you introduce the squad because you guys got a Gangsta Grillz coming out on the 31st.
Oh, that's a fact, you know what I mean? That everybody know what drama bring to the table. It's that street shit. We back to the streets, you know what I'm saying? Waking the streets up again. I got my boy Heem right here, you know what I mean? Heemer the Steamer. Rick High right here, you know what I mean? Bruh. These boys is dangerous.
So, Benny, let me ask you, because like I've all your fans know what's up with Black Soprano family, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like there's a lot of people who follow you who exclusively connect you with Griselda. There's like generic hip hop fans who like obviously you're Griselda, right?
Right.
So kind of tell us what BSF is about, and you know, anytime I've ever seen you, I've seen these guys with you. Right. This is nothing new. This is something you've been, you know, this has been your imprint, your thing for a minute. But kind of break down the, you know, kind of the history of BSF.
Basically, man, I started BSF when I was in Elmira Correctional Facility reception. You know what I'm saying? I was on my way to do a parole violation, and I just was ready for a change for when I got back home. So I started in reception as soon as I got there.
Right.
We've been working, me and Rick, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the plate shit, you know what I mean? Shout out Ricky High.
We've been doing this, you know what I'm saying? Even before all that, you know what I'm saying? He from the hood. So it's like, when I came home, it was like a resurgence of what we was doing. And I was taking everything way more serious. I was putting way more time into it. Even though I was putting a lot of time in it before, it's like, I felt that I needed an extra flame under me. So it was basically like I remodeled the house. And Rick, you know what I mean? Rick always been right here since day one, since he was a youngin', since I was a youngin'. And it's crazy because he always been from the hood, but when he was serious about rapping 2 years ago, he came and he paid me for a feature.
Right.
He gave me
like 450, some shit like that.
You know what I mean? Like
wow.
Like that, you know what I mean? And that's when I was probably like getting 1,000 for a verse, but I'm like, I ain't even want to take the money from him. You know what I'm saying? This is my boy, but I know what he wanted. He trying to get his shit together. But after that, I'm like, nah, man, you just, if you gonna do it, you gonna come fuck with us and do it. You know what I mean? So
yo, on the Butcher Meets Leatherface joint, it sounded like RJ Payne was saying he was on the squad. And then he had hit me and was like, yo, I'm excited because I think I might do something with Benny. You got the deal over at eOne. So salute to you. That's a big boss move. You got your label deal over at eOne. Shout out to Al and everybody over there. But what ended up happening with the RJ Payne thing?
Basically, shout out to Payne and everything, but I guess, you know what I'm saying, I guess he wasn't ready to make that move. I guess he wanted to just stay over there and do what he wanted to do with his own thing, and it's all love to him, you know what I'm saying? But that's just basically what it is, you know, this business. So sometimes everybody ain't on the same page, you know what I'm saying? But we could that don't like hurt no relationship with him.
Right.
I wish everybody the best. You know what I'm saying? But we moving and we working and we moving forward.
So let me ask you this with this Gangsta Grillz shit. Now, obviously, we came up, man, loving Gangsta Grillz. You know, dedication, the Jeezy shit. I mean, everything. A lot of that shit isn't on the streaming platforms. It's on Dat Piff, you know? And I'm assuming that this is going to be on the streaming platforms.
Correct.
So this is going to be all original music.
Yes, sir.
Fire. Was that like something? Because, you know, when you, it's with the traditional Gangsta Grillz shit, like you want to maybe hop on some other beats, like.
Right. You know how the game's so finicky right now, and you know what I mean, with the beats and shit like that. And plus, we just wanted to. This project was mainly to jumpstart everything that we got going on with eOne. Right. We about to run the table with this shit too. I promise. Watch this. But it's like, okay, first thing we do is tap in back to the streets. You know what I'm saying? Go get drama. Go get these grimy beats and tap in back to the streets. And like you said, that shit wasn't on streaming. That shit that we do don't be on streaming platforms. It's on that Piff, you know what I mean? You know, it be wherever it be. But we bringing this shit back to the forefront, I kind of feel like.
Yeah, so, I feel like, too, it's almost like you gotta, like, anything you do, like, you know, everything changes. The mixtape game has changed. Like, you got to make sure you get your bread off it. You know what I'm saying? You got to
put it. And like I said, the whole drama shit was just to showcase people what we got and what type of type of wavelength we on, and using original beats with DJ Shay. You know what I'm saying? He produced damn near half the thing. Cannon produced something on there. Chu produced something on there. It's just like showcasing our producers too.
Yeah, listen, man, you guys got, man, all of y'all, Griselda, you guys got some amazing in-house production, man.
Yes, we do, man. Yes, we do. And that's like the cornerstone of this shit.
Yo, so I've been seeing the way you've been talking online, Benny, and I see eye to eye with you.
Mm-hmm.
And that is essentially for the last 2 years, right? 2018, 2019, you dropped projects that were in the discussion for best projects of the year.
Yes.
Classics, right? So like back-to-back years, and you've been kind of quiet this year. I mean, outside of touring and doing all the Griselda shit and hopping on and just bodying everybody's albums. That's not your own shit. But I've been seeing you talking that talk like, listen, once the floodgates open up, I'm about to take this year's mine.
Yeah, because I'm about to open them up. And what I've been doing is I'm just at the chessboard and I'm looking for a checkmate. I found it. You feel what I'm saying? So I could take pieces and all that. I've been setting up a checkmate. And from July 31st, mark my words, from July 31st, when Respected Sopranos come out, DJ Drama, Black Soprano family, from that day to the end of the year, I'm taking over. For the past 3 straight years, all my albums been in the top 10 of the year.
For sure.
I've been having versus top 10 complex for the past 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing going to stop. It's just I've been elevating and I've been lining up my moves. And,
yo, I saw you
better than the next one.
I saw you tweeted yesterday that you're gonna do Tana Talk 4 and 5 together.
Yeah.
Double album.
Yeah. And I don't want none of you rap niggas to steal my idea either. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna do Tana Talk 4 and 5. That's gonna be a double album.
Double album. I'm assuming you're sitting on so much music, bro.
If you know, if one thing about me, if me, Benny the Butcher, haven't dropped in 14 months, you know what I got.
That's what I'm saying.
A fault of shit.
Cause your squad, like, you know, the Griselda team, man, you guys put out music at a high rate. That actually, I will say this: I like the way that you drop projects because it feels like you said, like Tana Talk 3 was, I mean, flawless, just rap music. Plugs I Met, but the squad, like, yo, man, we got so much, you know, just amazing music coming from, like, if you're not dropping. Guns dropping, Conway's dropping.
Exactly. And I'm on all their projects, so that's kind of feel like people
like
been
a little appetizer, you know, like to keep your fans.
People been starving for that solo project, but you know what I'm saying? I've been all over the place. I'm on Lil Wayne album this year. This
Russ.
album about to come out. Russ, Gibbs. You feel what I'm saying?
Yo, the Gibbs shit is crazy. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm still working.
Hey, talk about because you were supposed to go on tour with Russ. And Russ is one of those guys that, like, I feel like he gets some negative feedback because I feel like people think he's a little arrogant, but I take it the other way. I take it like, yo, this guy's, he kind of knows what he's talking about. And I always noticed that he reaches out to artists. It doesn't matter necessarily because he's a big artist, but he just reaches out to artists that he fucks with, that he's a fan of, no matter what the case is. And when I saw him put you on his album, this was at the beginning of the year, and then put you on the road with him, I was like, that's so dope. Like, because that's gonna bring your movement to so many random kids who never heard of you. Talk about you and Russ's relationship.
Can't nobody tell me shit about Russ. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell me shit about Russ. Just, you said it. He didn't have to do none of that. And you know what I mean? And me, I'm a street nigga. So when you do things like that, for me, that calls for loyalty. You feel what I'm saying? Because he didn't have to do that. So I only know how to like react to certain shit like that in certain ways. Like, he putting food on the table for my family. He providing opportunities for me and my niggas right here. So me being from where I'm from, like, that calls for loyalty. You can't tell me shit about Russ, man. He a good dude.
I want to ask the squad, like, because I think back in the day when the G-Unit tapes were happening, and now you're a superior rapper to 50 Cent, Benny. I don't know if you know that or not. Lyrically. Listen, 50's got all the hits, but what I was trying to get to was, you remember when 50 dropped, I mean, 50 had the melodies, like 50 could rap, obviously, but but then there was like Lloyd Banks, right? And you'd be like, damn, Banks is iller than 50. Like, are you two? Obviously, man, you guys got one of the top 5 right now, running the point right now. You know, me and Fred had this conversation. Like, there's 5 guys right now, and Benny is one of the 5 of the Jedis. But do you guys take this as a challenge to kind of stand out and out rap your boss on this project?
Man, like every chance I get to rap next to this dude, I go with that mentality because you got to, because he gonna bring it all.
And I feel like Benny, when I would watch all them freestyles, 2016, like on Static Show, and it was about Gunn and Conway, but you would get the mic. I feel like, oh, you took that and you ran with it. Like, are you guys kind of doing that same shit?
Yeah, hell yeah, man. It's just always been like that since, like bro said, I've been around it since forever. It's always been like that though, yeah. And you gotta appreciate that because it's friendly competition.
And he do it too.
Right. He do it too. He do it the most.
Right.
He do it the most. So you gotta go in with that mentality because you know he coming to kill.
He just texted us in the group message the other day, like, I'm about to smoke y'all. And I'm like,
I bodied y'all.
But I do that so they can try to smoke me. Because even, trust me, even our favorite rappers who we love and love to listen to, they do the same thing with me. I got songs with them niggas. Them niggas be trying to smoke my boots.
Yeah, that make your best work.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
make your best work though, the pressure.
Benny, you, like you said, you've been on songs with, I mean, some of the greatest, right? Black Thought, Push, like, what was the one verse that you got back? Well, first of all, I don't take you as the kind of guy who would go in and change a verse after you got another verse back. Am I right on that?
Never.
Never. Right. So that's fair. So what is a verse that you got back, if ever, where you were like, all right, man, my guy got me on this one? Has that ever happened?
Let me see. Never.
That's fair.
Never.
That's fair.
Never. That's just my opinion. People might have a different opinion, but
no, I actually concur with you. I've never heard you get like, I've never heard a record where I've been like, yeah, Benny got on it. I've told Freddie Gibbs he's gotten got on records, and he got really pissed at me. Yeah, he had a song with Black Thought called Extradite, and I was like, fam, how you gonna let Black Thought eat you up like that on a song? And he just
with Freddie, man.
Yeah, you guys look like you were out there. You guys look like you were participating in a lot of fuckery out there in Miami.
I never said this publicly.
Yeah.
I never said this publicly.
Mm-hmm.
But when Thought was sending me the record back, he was like, yo, I'm about to send a record back. And I'm like, oh, and I'm realizing, okay, you have a record with Black Thought that's going to eventually come out. I'm thinking like, did I bite off more than I could chew? You know what I'm saying? I did think about that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out to Thought. And that's what I love. I love sparring with the best. You feel what I'm saying?
He's one of them ones, man.
Exactly. I love sparring with the best. And sometimes I might even just reach out to do a track with a dude just to measure myself to see, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I'm up there.
Yeah, when it comes to the Jedi, like, first of all, I want to commend you guys because I do feel like, you know, I've been a fan of you guys since the first time I think I saw y'all on Static Shit, which was 4 years ago, I think, 5 years ago, I don't know. But I remember like just the way you guys, the fly shit, the merch, the branding, like everything was so raw. And I just remember always being like, man, this is the shit that's missing, right? Like, I want to give you guys a lot of credit because you know, Gibbs, Royce, you know, Run the Jewels, like it's becoming okay and actually becoming like better to have integrity on the microphone in 2020. And, you know, 2 years ago, even when you and I first met, you know, I was already super tapped in and a big fan, but we had never met before. But that was 2018 when we first came on the station. And you know, that was a rough time for rap, man, because it was the all-time high for this Instagram clout bullshit, people doing all kind of weirdo shit on the internet, and Lil Pump getting signed and all these fucking weirdos who ain't around no more. And you guys continuing to push your line and not switching up has helped like shift the momentum in hip hop to where it should be. Like it's almost like I called y'all Jedis, right? But it's almost like the force is like on the good side now. Like the dark, like the force was dark for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The evil empire had the shit for a while, but I think because of what y'all have done, it's like, yo, man, like you guys are going to be able to exist forever, which is something that is, you guys are making timeless music, and you and you're making it dope to be a real MC again. Like, and I just want to commend y'all for that, because you guys, you know, are a large part as to why that is going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so salute, man.
Man, thank you. And it's like, it feel good to feed the culture. And I know I'm a rapper. I tap in with these dudes. It's a relief for everybody too. It's a relief for our genre of music. And it's good to receive our flowers that we putting in this this type of effort and this type of work. And to get fans the art in the most beautifulest form. You know what I'm saying? It feel good to get our praises and for this business to be lucrative, because like you said, they try to, ain't nothing wrong with the other music. I listen to that shit all the time, but
no, there's like some good shit that's on the other spectrum, right? Like I fuck with Lil Baby, but I'm talking the weirdo. There was like a weirdo shit movement.
Yeah. Nah, real shit. And it's like,
hey, 6ix9ine was a part of it. Lil Pump, like all these weird, like these YouTubing like these guys who would worry about their Instagram stunt going viral as opposed to their song being good and getting deals. Like that was a moment in hip hop for about 2 years, and it was like, it was terrible, bro.
It was disgusting.
And in the meanwhile, y'all were doing y'all's thing, but nobody at the time who wasn't, you know, obviously you guys had fans. I was one of them, but I just remember I would big y'all up in every interview to every rapper that would come through. They'd be like, who's Griselda? Who's Griselda? Like, who is she? And I'd be like, no, it's not a she. It's a fucking label, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But I just want to give you props, man, because between you and Conway and Gunn, like, you guys really have helped fix hip hop. Like, you know, I say I got to give props to Gibbs. I got to give props to Royce. I got to give props to Run the Jewels. But it's definitely, man, it's just refreshing that finally you guys are getting that acknowledgement. I mean, and obviously M tapped in super early too. You know what I mean? So shout out to M. But yeah, I just want to give you props, man. When it comes to, listen, tell me about your relationship with Drake, Benny.
Man, Drake cool, man. Drake cool. When he hit me up, he always hit me up in the studio. We'd be late in the studio about 3, 4 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? He always hit me up when he on his creative shit. And you know what I'm saying? Just a regular relationship. You know what I'm saying? He texts, I text him. We kick it.
Is there gonna be a Drake record?
Huh?
Drake record? You want to hear?
Right now?
You got it?
Want me to play it?
Play it.
Nah, just fucking with
you. You got it?
Of course.
So there's a Drake feature.
Yeah.
Is that for your project? Is that for Tana Talk, or is that for his shit?
Actually, he sent me a verse and I sent him a verse. So if he used the one I sent him, then you know what I'm saying? Hopefully.
Yo, I think, man, I'm excited.
Right.
I'm excited.
Another person who didn't have to reach out to me or mention my name or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
And Drake's a Jedi. For the record, Drake is a Jedi.
Drake, that's a fact.
Come on, man.
That's a fact. A humble one. And he a type of person who done favors for people. And you know what I mean? People still throw him shade. He talk about it in songs all the time. I wondered about him. You know what I'm saying? A person who get on people's songs and is one of the biggest artists and do people favors, and people still try to slight him and shade him. Like, that's crazy for him to still be enthusiastic about other artists and still do it. You know what I mean? So shout out to Drake.
100%. Now, okay, so Plugs I Met 2, is that going to be with Harry Fraud?
All Harry Fraud.
All Harry Fraud.
Yep.
Now, give me the timeline. We know July 31st, we're getting the Gangsta Grillz with the boys.
Let's talk about this. Motherfucking July 30th. I was waiting to say this. July 31st, we got the Respected Sopranos with these guys.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And they going crazy. They bombing on this shit. And we got Jonesy on there. We got Lovey on there. We got the rest of the Black Sopranos on there. It's crazy. September. This is the big one right here. September. We got Burden of Proof. You know what I'm saying? Produced solely by Hit Boy.
Yo, by the way, I've heard, I was in the studio and I've been in with Hit and he's played me all y'all shit. And it is, you guys got Hit Boy in his boom bap bag, something crazy.
Definitely. Legend has it that this album is perfect. You feel what I'm saying?
Yo, fam, I heard a lot of it, and there's some nice little features on there, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you know what I mean? That's my next attempt. That's what the streets been waiting for.
So that's gonna be the next official release from Benny, you and Hit Boy.
Yes,
Now
yes,
wait,
sir.
Benny, did you get Sean on the project? Big Sean.
Not yet. I called him the other day, like a week ago, like, yo, bro, I need you. He's like, just send it. You know what I mean? So it's about, do I want to use my favorite for this project? Of course I do. Or, you know what I mean?
I hear you.
So
you and Hit Boy. So, okay, so that's happening in September. It's called Burden of Proof.
Burden of Proof, produced by Hit Boy, man. He gave me 1,000%. Another person who didn't have to, I'm a lucky motherfucker, who just didn't have to reach out to me to work and just.
Hit Boy's one of the illest, bro.
Exactly. We put this project together not knowing it was going to become what it is today, not knowing we was going to turn down several $1 million offers for the project. We just in there vibing, you know what I'm saying? And we still dropping the project independently, because this is what we do.
All right, so that's happening in September. What about the double album and the album with Harry Fraud? Are we getting both of those before January 1st?
Oh no, hell no.
Okay. I'm just trying to see the timeline.
I'm a visionary.
I hear it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm always moving 10 steps ahead of niggas, because that's how I got here. So really, I got the Burden of Proof September, you know what I'm saying? First quarter, or maybe I might even drop at the end of this year. But that's next on the calendar is Plugs I Met Too, produced by Harry Fraud. I got dope features on there. And then, like, everybody asking me, because Tana Talk 3 is a work of art. Everybody like, when is Tana Talk 4 coming? When is Tana Talk 4 coming? I could easily name these projects Tana Talk 4 and put them out, but and the Tana Talk series is different, you know what I'm saying? And I treat it with care. And everybody been waiting for it. And I said, I got to live a little bit more life. I got to, you know what I'm saying? Things got to happen in my life before I feel comfortable calling another project Tana Talk. And I feel like I'm at that point now.
Which project is the Drake feature going to live on?
Oh, man, that's a surprise.
Okay. Hey, let me ask you this, because I feel like once Plugs I Met came out, that was kind of when people were starting to, you know, get on the Griselda bandwagon, right?
Mm-hmm.
I personally love both projects. I think they're both classics between Tana Talk 3 and Plugs I Met. But I like Tana Talk 3 more.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What's better? Obviously, Plugs I Met is a shorter project.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had to pick one,
if I had to pick one, I would have to pick over just a slight edge. I would pick Plugs I Met. You know
that's fair.
I love Tana Talk 3. I love that, man. That's basically a Me, West, Derringer, Conway project, because they assisted with me on that. You feel what I'm saying? And that was my introduction. The Plugs I Met, I followed the formula and I did everything myself, and I was really testing myself out, and I put that out on my own. So, you know, it's a little bit more. You were more,
you were quarterbacking that a lot more.
Exactly, and it turned out to be successful. So
incredible.
Put a smile on my face, and it I could poke out my chest a little bit more.
And what about the BSF boys? What I'm assuming that are we going to get solo projects from either of you guys this year?
Definitely. I'm working on Place 2. I'm pretty much wrapped up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting on that green light, but we good.
Do you know how many random Caucasian people are going to be like, why do you name his album Plates?
Nah, Plates is the term we use in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's also like where you cut up the brick, right?
That as well.
Listen, I may or may not have also sold drugs in my life, and still currently do, but now they're just green. You feel me?
You know, some shit, and he coming with some shit. We dropping mixtapes, everything. Like, that's the plan, is to set these boys up where they could take over, where the streets could see where they coming from, and the people could, you know what I'm saying, understand these boys, and they pushing forward. They in the lead for Black Soprano family.
Bro, that's beautiful, man.
Next, you know what I'm saying? People love him. You know what I'm saying? This nigga lyrical ability, I could tell he be trying to come for me on songs. You know what I'm saying? It's like real shit.
Hey, let me ask you this. Obviously, you're the one guy from Griselda that Eminem didn't necessarily officially sign. What is your relationship like with M? Because we all know he has to regret that decision at this point in time. Like, are you guys cool? Have you guys ever had that discussion? Because like,
I never like had that discussion with him. I just met him, seen him passing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit like that. It's like, it's really not a relationship there. The respect is there, you know what I'm saying? It's him. You know what I mean? The fuck. He the God, but You know what I mean? To be honest with you, as far as me, you know what I mean? Like I didn't get a contract off. I didn't get a contract offer from Shady until everybody was offering me.
Until everybody was trying to come for you. That's what I assumed.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Until you know, at a point in time, I was like anxious to sign to Shady, but by the time they came with a contract offers, like everybody was coming. Like signing the deal probably wasn't the smartest thing for me to do at that point.
At that point in time, you could have probably picked and chose whoever you wanted to go to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, man, shout out to Shady, man. I love Mike. You know what I'm saying? Me and Mike, we kick it. Paul Rosenberg always been fair to me. You feel what I'm saying? Always been fair to me. So
let me ask you this.
It's crazy.
Because like you said, you've turned down some millions of dollars in record deals, I'm sure, right? Listen, and people who don't know this, you've been doing this rap shit for a long time. You know what I mean? Like you're new to like the mainstream, I guess you could say. But when it comes to like being in the industry, like y'all have been doing this forever, man. So like you're not gonna jump on a lot of people jumping on whatever comes their way. You know what I mean? They're gonna jump on some bullshit deals. You decided to go with eOne, do the label deal, and I'm assuming ownership has got to be a big part of that. But like, because you say, I mean, I'm assuming everybody was trying to sign you.
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to go the eOne direction and not necessarily, you know, go the direction of a major? Because I'm sure every major was on like trying to tap in with you.
Everybody asking me that question, and the answer is transparency. You feel what I'm saying? I can't be like label talked, all that propaganda. None of that shit matters to me. The transparency, our communication. You feel what I'm saying? Is who gonna be on these phone calls? What is we doing? I can't be romanced. A couple of labels try to romance me into a contract.
Of course.
That's not what I want. You feel what I'm saying? And let's be real here. A lot of labels a couple labels wanted to take the BSF thing because of me. You feel what I'm saying? Over at eOne, they concerned about these dudes. And I mean, even at the end of the day, I could have took it anywhere, but I'm still in these offices speaking for these niggas. So I can't do what I want to do. I got to number. These are my friends before, you know what I'm saying, music.
And you want to make sure they're good.
Exactly. So it's like eOne, it was all good, and it was offers on the table, and that was the best one. And we were surprised. I'm not gonna lie, we were surprised. We had a great meeting with them, and they followed through on everything they said and more. So the transparency is the best thing.
I think too, what's dope is you have a really good example of how to develop artists and how to, because I truly feel that the way Gun has, like, I feel like Gun is wants you to be bigger than him, if that makes sense.
Now
go ahead.
You're right. You hit the target. Like, I learned how to develop artists a lot from Westside Gun. And that's what I preach to niggas. It ain't no secret. If you watching it, if you seeing me, what I'm doing, it's not no secret what I'm doing. Yeah. All part of the formula. I'm never going to change the formula.
Yeah, because
so many artists from under the Griselda umbrella, and it works.
Yeah, because I you know, we all see this shit happen. Like 99% of the time when you are a rapper and you have artists that you sign, like they never end up surpassing what you do. And sometimes that's by design, because I've had conversations with people who they're like, yeah, like, you know, like it's an ego thing. Because with you know, with MCs, like it's an ego driven sport, which is why a lot of times, like, you know, the exception is when Rick Ross signs Meek Mill and Wale. You know what I mean? There are few exceptions though. So I think that what's been dope to watch the way Griselda moves and the way you guys always support each other, and the way it's like, yo, like I said, man, like I just remember, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, I was a huge Conway fan. I fucked with Conway tough. Like, he's my favorite dude out of Griselda. And then I forget which freestyle it was. I think he was rocking the Shady McCoy and the little Buffalo Bills joint. And I was like, oh my God.
Right.
And then I just dived into your shit. And, you know, I just think that it's important that, like, you know, if you're gonna, like you say, man, these guys are your friends and their livelihood depends on you, and you don't take that lightly. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit. And you know, they trust me, so I value that trust, so I know I got to do the right thing with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm confident in these dudes, man.
Listen, I caught the coronavirus fucking around in Arizona. Now, I saw y'all out in Miami, at G5, getting down with the shits. Y'all good? Did y'all lose your smell? Or you guys good out there? I'm just gonna make sure y'all good because I caught the shit. You know what I mean?
No, we straight. We straight, man. We straight, man. God blessing us, man. We gotta move careful. We gotta move smart, but man, we straight.
All right, so we got Plates 2 on the way. We got Hit Boys. So that's going to be in September. Burden of Proof, you and Hit Boy. On July 31st, you guys went out to Atlanta and were shooting videos for this project, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw you guys was all decked out on some Dick Tracy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? On my motherfucking Al Capone shit. You know
yeah.
What I'm saying? Yeah.
And so that's coming out July 31st. It's a Gangsta Grillz. Who can you? I mean, it's a couple weeks away now. Who's on the project besides the team? I'm sure you guys might have tapped in with some outside.
That's the thing. We didn't, because the whole point of this project is just to showcase us. And that's the thing. We coming right back with the Black Soprano Family compilation. Yo, that's Kev. That's why I mean what I say is like I'm literally about to take over the rest of the year with this shit. You know
okay, so I didn't know that. So there's gonna be another one.
Yeah, we doing a compilation. Yeah.
This compilation gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be heavy, and we got features for that. Trust me. We back in the deck on that.
All right, cool, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you guys checking in, and Benny, man, like, yo, you're that guy, bro. I want you to know, I before it was cool to do so, man, I've been screaming your name at the top of my lungs.
Man, you invited me to the show. I'm like, oh shit, me?
Nah, bro. Even before that, like because I, every time I talk to artists, I try to like, who you listening to that's on the come up, and I try to, but you are like, you got like, I would say this, man, it's the Jedi Club, and you're in it, and I just had a conversation with somebody the other day, and it was like, yo, Benny low key has an opportunity to go down like legit, bro, as like an all-time great.
Damn.
I mean that, bro. Like you have the capabilities to do so, bro. So like
that's pressure on my shoulders. But I feel that, honestly, I feel that, and that's why I haven't dropped a project in so long, because I'm lining, like I said, I'm lining up a checkmate. I promise niggas. I'm lining up a checkmate, and I think we put it in order. Solo, fire solos, the Burden of Proof project with Hit Boy, the Plugs I Met Too with Harry Fraud. You know what I'm saying? And Tana Talk 4 and 5 as a double album. I'm gonna be here for another 10 years, guaranteed.
And I never thought I'd ever hear a rapper talk about the coke game as well as Pusha T does. But I mean, you're there with him.
Fire. Listen. I hate to people always say I glorify the street shit. I glorify how far we came from it. I really got these hands dirty. It was doing all type of shit these niggas rap about and never done. And I did the time for the shit, and I'm back, and I learned so much from that shit. This business mind just don't come from, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Would there ever be a world in which I told this to Fred too. I was like, yo, I want to hear you and Benny do a whole project just talking about selling cocaine. That'd be amazing.
I want to do that. That's something that I want to do.
Or you and Push.
Yeah. That's something I need to do.
18-wheeler is like, man, it's time. Man, come on, man.
That's a snowstorm. That's crazy. That's one of my all-time favorites.
That gotta be the name of the project.
No, real shit.
Or the Windstars or some shit. Yeah, I mean, anyway, listen, Benny, I appreciate you, bro. July 31st, tap in. Thank you for talking to me, man. And I'm gonna make sure. Look, Ricky, I'm gonna send you guys some drugs.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You guys out in Buffalo right now?
No, we live in Atlanta.
We in Atlanta.
Oh, you guys live in Atlanta?
Yes, sir.
Ah, shit. Hey, man, much better weather, I'm sure.
Oh, my goodness.
Way better.
Way better. Hey, real quick. Let's just take it to football before we wrap this up.
What you want to talk about?
Listen,
Bill's going to the bowl. What you want to talk about?
No. Listen. I don't fuck with the Patriots.
At all.
This might be the year for y'all to finally get that division title. I'm a Cardinals fan. I'm from Arizona. I got Charles Barkley dunking a basketball in a Suns jersey right there. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
But yeah. Y'all feeling good about the Bills this year?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm a real Buffalo Bills fan. People see I was at the Houston playoff game. They put the Jordan crying face on my shit. It is what it is. I'm going to live and die with my team, man. Shout out my boy Dion. Shout out everybody, Cody. You know what I'm saying? Shout out all my boys.
Hey, what's up with these white people in Buffalo that be, there's some real white people shit going on before the games, man, jumping off of trailers and the tables. And I mean, y'all got the craziest fucking tailgate parties I have ever seen. Is that just because they ain't shit to do out there but get fucked up and go to the games on Sunday? Like, help me understand.
Ready.
Now we got to bring you the one. You got to host one, man. Bootleg Kev, man. That shit gonna be crazy.
If y'all play the Cardinals, we go turn up.
Nah, real shit. I'ma love to see that one.
My guys, I'll talk to y'all soon, man. I cannot wait to hear the project July 31st. Make sure y'all send me some clean music to play too.
No, we got you. All love, my boy.
All right, G's.
All right,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
All right, fellas.